Okay, so we'll get this started. So we are definitely going to take this into a lot of hip opening here, and a good amount of the sort of opening around the hips that sort of leads to a front to back split, which we're not necessarily going to take it to all the way, but just keep in mind that's the direction we're going here. So to get started, go ahead, bring yourself to the front of the mat. And just see your feet about hips width distance apart, heels in, toes out. And we're going to start this out in a ragdoll fold. So I want you to keep a bend in the knees and keep this loose. And then just hang your arms down. Now chin to chest, round your spine, and stay loose. As you hinge at the hips, just take it down slow. Bend the knees as deep as you need to bring your torso down to your thighs. And let your hands come down to the floor. Now go ahead, let your head hang, let the muscles in your neck relax. And if you want to take this further, you can always reach across and grab the opposite elbow. And just use that to take more weight from your arms and let the arms hang further down. Now be sure your belly is actually touching your thighs. You can bend your knees as deep as you like. Relax the muscles in your neck. And just close your eyes. And then just feel this out. So just take a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. Keep your upper body loose and just feel how your weight's distributed on your feet between the toes and heels. And then start to deepen your breathing. So the inhale is pulling as much air as you can. Try to fill up your lungs and hold on to all that breath at the top. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat, so slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. Now take a deep inhale here. And then when you exhale, just keep your eyes closed, but release any grip you have. Let your arms just hang. And we're going to go slow here, from this folded position all the way up to standing. So pull your belly in and keep your knees bent. And then draw in from the low belly. Restack your spine from the low back, through the mid back. Come all the way up to vertical. Open up your palms at your sides. Bring your head up last. And then keep the eyes closed and roll this back down. Chin to chest, round from the upper back. Pull your belly in right away. Let your knees bend, stay loose. And then round through the full length of your spine. Keep your belly pulled in. Bring your torso down to touch your thighs. Bring your hands to the floor. And once you come all the way down, round it back up. Pull your belly and keep your core engaged. Keep the knees bent until you're able to straighten the legs and come all the way upright. Palms open, bring your head up last. And then take it down again, chin to chest. Keep the arms loose, let the shoulders come forward. Pull your belly and find that full curve through your spine. Bend your knees as deep as you need. Bring your torso to touch your thighs, come down low. And then again, pull this back up. Restack your spine. Bring your head up last. And then open up your palms at your sides. And go ahead, open your eyes. Take this slow. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach us up high. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, through center again. Inhale, reach up high. And then from here, make your left hand do a fist with your right hand. Take hold of the left wrist. And then just pull the left arm across to your right side. Now bring your gaze up high, press your hips left, stretch the left arm long. Maybe draw your left shoulder back a little bit, but just breathe here and hold that stretch. With your next inhale, bring it back to center, reach up. And then go ahead and switch it out. Right hand becomes a fist. With your left hand, take hold of the right wrist, draw the right arm across. Press your hips right, gaze up high, maybe drop your right shoulder back and just breathe. And then bring it back up to center, release, take an inhale. Now with the exhale, bring the hands down through center. And then to your low back, so palms facing away. Now I'm just turning for the camera here. So palms open, fingers spread wide, pull your shoulders back and keep your chest open, keep the elbows wide. And then go ahead, bend the knees. Well, actually, no, this is what we're going to take this to. We're going to take this to 1.5 Hindu squats. So see the feet about hips width distance, heels in, toes out.
Now press down to your toes, lift your heels up off the floor, whoop, and try to stay lifted here. Keep your shoulders pulled back. Work to keep your spine upright as best you can. Now keep looking forward with the heels still lifted, bend the knees, and just sink down. Now you don't have to go all the way. Keep your shoulders pulled back. Try to keep your torso upright. Maybe come down to your heels. And then come straight up. Heels are still lifted. Try to keep your spine vertical. Set your heels for a moment. And then again, press into your toes, lift your heels up off the floor, shoulders pulled back, and then bend the knees. And just take it down to halfway here and hold. Heels are still lifted, chest open, elbows still wide. And then set your heels down. And they're basically in chair at this point. Now this is going to be the base position. We'll take this back and forth. So heels towards center, toes to the sides. Keep your chest open still. And let's take it back and forth. Put the weight to your left foot. Now step your right foot back and hinge from the hips. Belly touches your left thigh. Keep your shoulders pulled back. Keep your gaze forward. Bring the right knee all the way down. And then come back to center, back to that chair pose. Both feet down with your knees still bent. Now weight to the right foot. Left foot steps back. Hinge from the right hip. And bring your torso down to touch your belly down to touch the right thigh. Bring the left knee down. And then step it forward. Knees are still bent. You're still in that chair pose here. Come over to your left foot. Right foot steps back. Belly to the left thigh. Bring the right knee down. Keep looking forward. And then come back to center. Knees still bent. Over to the right foot. Left foot steps back. Belly to the right thigh. Take it down low. Bring the left knee down to the floor. And then come back to center here. One more round. Over to your left foot. Right foot steps back, belly to your left thigh, shoulders pulled back, take the right knee down. And then bring it back to center, come over to the right foot. Left foot steps back, belly to the right thigh, bring the left knee down low. And then come back into center. You're still in that chair pose here with the feet still wide. Now see about coming down lower, keep your shoulders pulled back. And with your hips low, reach your arms straight forward. Now take it even further. Just hinge from the hips. Bring your chest down toward facing the floor. Press your butt back to counterbalances. Now I want to take it down to a deep squat. We're going to sit this down. Now at any point you bring your hands to the floor. But if you're able to, just let your seat hang down lower. Still reach with the arms as a counterbalance. And then try to resist this as much as you can. So as you reach your fingers, start to lean back and bring your butt to the floor with minimal impact. And then once you're down, feet in front of you about hips width distance apart, hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width. Just go ahead, fold your knees from side to side. Move back and forth. And then just come back into center. Now keep the feet about hips width distance apart. Reach the arms forward, round your spine again. And then let's take this all the way down. So just curl your spine down toward the floor. On the way, take hold of your knees. Squeeze them into your chest and pull everything down tight. Now just press your spine down flat into the floor. If you want to take it further, you can pull the knees out to the sides, maybe rock a little bit back and forth, but just breathe. And then just bring this back into center. We'll take this to a bridge variation here. So go ahead, bring your feet down to the floor. And to set this up, feet and knees about hips width distance apart. Bring your heels in close enough to your seat that you start with your low back basically flat. Now arms at your sides, palms down, just keep your gaze up high. Let's take this up and down. So with an inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press your hips up high again. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, lower again. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your hips one more time and hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing. Keep the tension of the lift. You can stay here if this is enough. But if you can take it further, bring your hands under your hips, interlace the fingers. Maybe pull the palms together. Maybe work your shoulders further behind your back to open your chest even more. Now keep your glutes squeezing and keep your hips lifted like this. Now if this is enough, stay here. But if you can take it further, walk the feet in towards center, closer to each other. And then see about lifting one foot at a time. Keep your glutes engaged. So press into your left foot, pull the right knee toward your chest. And then set the right foot down. Push into your right foot, draw your left knee in. Left foot down. Draw the right knee in again. And then set that foot on the floor. And then pull your left knee in. And set that foot down. One more time, pull the right knee in, keep your hips lifting. Set the foot down. One more time, pull your left knee in. And then set the foot. And then press into your feet, squeeze your glutes, press your hips up higher still. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring it all back down. Now once you're down, bring your knees to your chest, bring your hands to your knees, squeeze everything in. And then lift your head, lift your shoulders, bring your nose close to your knees. Now go cross at the ankles, roll forward to a seat, come further to your hands, and find all fours. And once you're in all fours, give yourself a moment here, move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers with the shoulders and hips, move side to side. Just feel things out, loosen up your spine. And then bring this into center in all fours, and we'll take this into the wrists. So wrists underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips to set this up. Now, palms facing down, rotate each hand, fingertips out to the side, point in toward your knees as far as you can. Set your hands flat, spread the fingers wide, dig your fingertips down into the floor. Press your spine up toward the ceiling and keep the fingers gripping like this. Now, if this is enough, stay here. You can just sway the shoulders side to side. That might be plenty. But if you can take it further, step your right foot forward outside the right hand. Try to get it past your right hand. And then maybe just move forward and back. And you might feel a little bit of a stretch on the right inner thigh, especially your hips are tight. Now, if you want to take it even further, you can bend the elbows, bring your shoulders forward, put more weight on your arms, but keep gripping. And then maybe you can move further side to side. Just take things to where you can. And then I want to switch this out. So still press into the hands and bring your right knee down. Left foot forward outside your left hand, maybe a little bit past it. And again, keep gripping with your fingers. Now you can just move back and forth and keep your arms straight, and this might be plenty. And if you want to take it further, bring your weight forward, shoulders forward, pull the elbows underneath. And as you sink down, just start to move here, but keep that grip, keep your fingertips pressing down, whatever you're doing with the rest of your body. And then just come back into center and bring your left knee down. And come up onto the fingertips. And then let's take this, we'll take it back here. So this is what I want you to do. So it's going to be, bring the hands right in front of your knees. Now palms up, fingertips pointing in towards center. Spread your fingers out wide, press your fingertips down, and try to keep your arms as straight as you can. Now if it's enough just to be here, still press into the fingertips, maybe sway your shoulders a little bit side to side. But if you can take it further, we'll take it down from one side to the next. So for this, start to sink your chest down, bring the right elbow all the way to the floor, and then press up to straight. Come down with your left elbow, and then press back up, and then bring the right elbow down. Come back up and just keep moving like this side to side. Now as you're moving, keep the tension in both hands. Your fingertips are pressing down the whole time. Try to bring yourself up to straight arms at center as you switch. And then the next time you come down to the left side, just bring yourself back up to center and hold here. So press down to the fingertips, round your spine as much as you can, and maybe even lean more weight with the shoulders coming forward past the wrist, but just take things to where you need to. Feel this out. And then go to release that. Come up onto the fingertips, down to sitting on your heels, and take a moment, shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. All right, and then when you're ready, just bring yourself into all fours. Now from all fours, we're actually going to take this into dolphin. So I want you to bring both forearms down to the mat. So when you bring the forearms down, you can bring the palms together or set the palms down flat. Just be sure you're controlling the elbows and keeping them shoulder width. When you're ready, tuck your toes. Lift your knees up off the floor and bring your hips up high. Now find your position here. Press in your hands. And as you press the hands down, feel the weight go through the whole length of your forearms, not just the elbows. Stay lifted from the shoulders. You can let your head hang and just stay loose. And this might be enough. Now, if you want to take it further, you can walk your feet even further forward and get your hips higher still. Just take it to where you can. And if you want to just hold the position, still press in the hands and let your head hang. Now, if you want to take this further, I'm going to cue this into Dolphin Push-Up. So for that, with an inhale, bring your chin forward toward your hands as far as you can. Exhale, press back, hips high. And then forward for 2, and press it back. Forward for 3, press it back. Forward for 4, press it back again. Forward for 5, and press it back. Forward for 6, press it back. Forward for 7, press it back. Forward for 8, press it back. Forward for 9, press it back. And then forward for 10. Press it back, and then bring your knees down. And come up to all fours. Take a moment here, move around. And just let yourself breathe.
And then I want to take this into one more thing before we move on. This is going to be a lopsided setup here. So I want you to bring your right forearm to the floor, but stay on your left hand. So right elbow to the side, right hand moves to the center. That forearm's diagonal in relation to the rest of your body. Slide your left hand back so you can stack the elbow directly over the wrist and keep that elbow pulled in. Now just keep your chest facing the floor, step both feet back, and you bring this into a lopsided plank. Now keep your body in line. If this is too much, you can always set your knees, keep in mind. But just hold your shape, keep your body long, and keep the left elbow pulled into your side. Now to take it further, lift your left foot up off the floor, reach the toes straight back, take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring it forward, left knee to left shoulder. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder again. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder. Now set that left leg on your left arm. Stay here. And try to face your chest toward the floor. If you can take it further, maybe extend the left leg over the left arm and reach your left foot. And don't worry about that being too impressive. It's not supposed to be comfortable. All right, when you're ready, release that and bring both knees down. And come back to all fours. All right, I'm going to take this on the other side. So once you're ready, bring your left forearm down, but stay on your right hand. Left elbow to the side, left hand moves into center. Slide your right hand back so the elbow stacks over the wrist and keep that elbow pulled in. Now keep your chest facing down. Step both feet back and bring yourself into that lopsided plank. Now just keep your chest facing down. Keep the right elbow pulled into your side. And then to take it further, lift your right foot and point the toes back. Now take an inhale. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to right shoulder. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder again. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder one more time. Now set that right leg on your right arm. And then maybe extend the right leg and take it further. And then release. Bring yourself down. Come back to all fours. And from all fours, give yourself a moment. Just move around and breathe. And then once you're ready here, go ahead, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and bring yourself in a downward dog. Now once you find your position, take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Press into your palms, flatten your hands, feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. And sink your chest down low. Now as your chest sinks down, press your hips up high toward the ceiling as far as you can. And keep that long line through the upper body from the wrist creases through to the hips. Pulling from the belly and around the low ribs. Feel some tension through your midsection. Hold on to that. And if your legs are tight, if your hamstrings are tight, bend the knees as much as you need to, but keep your hips pressing high and reaching high. Now if you need to stay loose with this, you can just pedal this out and move your hips from side to side. When you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward and step this to the front. Let's take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips width distance apart. And this is back where we started. Deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang. And let your spine round. Let everything go long and loose and let the muscles in your neck relax. You can hang your hands all the way down. Maybe reach to opposite elbows. Maybe shake this side to side if you want to loosen further. And then from wherever you are, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin, but then restack your spine. So round this upper standing. Bring your head up last. And then just open up your palms to your sides. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to the heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. So hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged. Move smoothly, and then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift this up halfway. Fingertips to the floor to your shins. Lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Step this back to high plank. Now find your shape here. Wrist at the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Stay lifted and keep your body in line. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set your knees down. Now shoulders forward. Pull the elbows back. Bring your chin and chest down low. Now with the inhale, come forward. Straighten the arms. Come into an upward facing dog. So you're going to be on the tops of your feet. Kick the feet down. Squeeze your glutes.
and pull your hips forward to lengthen the arc through the front of your body. Now lift with your arms, but lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long, pull your chest forward. And then take an inhale. Exhale, pull your belly in. Bring the hips high back to down dog. And we'll go through that variation of a sun salutation a few times here. So from your down dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step to the front. Now inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold this back down. Inhale to standing, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, fold and come all the way down again. Inhale, halfway lift here. Exhale, hands to the mat, step it back and find high plank. From your plank, take an inhale. Exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. Inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high to down dog. 2 more times like that. From your down dog, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward and step to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach up high. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step it back to high plank. From your plank, take an inhale. Exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. Inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high to down dog. 1 more time, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach this up high. Exhale, fold, bring it back down 1 more time. Inhale, half lift here. And then with the exhale, hands to the floor, step it back to high plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. Inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly, hips up high to down dog. And just give yourself a moment, paddle this out and breathe. Now from your downward facing dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And with your right leg lifted, open to a scorpion dog. So bend the right knee, hang the right foot over the left. Let your hips open up and twist, but keep your shoulders square to the front. Now with your next inhale, straighten the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, forward, knee to left elbow. Now inhale the right leg high. And then exhale, forward, knee to chest, stay forward like this. And then step the right foot down between your hands. Now that's your base foot. Put all the way to the right foot. Pull the left knee into your chest and round your spine. Now while you're curled like this, go slow. With both hands, take hold of your left knee. And let's round this all the way up to standing. Now once you're up, just give yourself a moment to breathe. And ground down to that right big toe. Now when you're ready, hands to your hips, left knee still lifted. Bring the left knee down and line it up with the right. Reach back with your right hand and find the left foot. Now take hold of the inside edge and then just kick into the right hand, bring the knees toward each other and keep your gaze forward. Keep the left hand on your left hip. Now I want to move with this a little bit, so this is going to be challenging and you want to go slow. Put a little bend in the right knee, keep your gaze forward, keep kicking into the right hand. Woo! Let's see if I can stay balanced here. And then when you're ready, just start to hinge from that right hip. Keep your gaze forward, lift the left knee behind you. Don't worry about going too far. And then keep kicking your right hand and bring your torso back up to vertical. The knees come back into line. Again, go slow. Hinge from the right hip. Just bring your chest forward and lift the left knee. You don't have to go too far. And then bring yourself back up to vertical and bring the knees back into line. Now one more time. Hinge this forward. And just take this as deep as you like. Keep your gaze forward, right shoulder back, kick into that right hand with your left foot. Now take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just slowly release the left foot. Step it down about 1 pace behind the right. And we're taking this to a pyramid stance. So both legs straight, feet on 2 separate tracks, hips width distance side to side. So left foot behind about 3 feet from the right, about 1 meter, and about hips width distance side to side. Now both feet are flat, the left foot points to the side about 45 degrees. Now bring your hands to your low back, interlace your fingers, pull the palms together, draw your shoulders back. Right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward, and both legs stay straight. Keep your chest open like this, keep looking forward, and then take an inhale. With the exhale, hinge from the hips and come down toward halfway, keep looking forward. Inhale, bring yourself all the way upright. Exhale, hinge forward toward halfway down. Now inhale, bring this all the way up. With the exhale, hinge forward toward halfway and hold here. Now keep looking forward, your shoulders are still pulled back. And then take it further. Bend the right knee, bring your belly down to touch your right thigh. You're still looking forward, and feel that connection between the belly and the thigh. Now, if you can straighten the right leg and still keep your belly touching your thigh, you might take it there. If you want to go deeper, press your knuckles up toward the ceiling. That'll be more of a stretch across your chest. And if you want to go further still, keep looking forward, but maybe lift your left heel up a little bit and focus more weight on the right leg. You don't have to force it, keep in mind. All right, take an inhale. And with the exhale, release both hands to the floor around the right foot. Slide your left foot back and come into low lunge. Now bring your left knee down, left foot flat behind, sink your hips down, press them forward. And we're going to take this up to Anjaneyasana. So keep your hips low like this. Look forward, and with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Now as you reach up, gaze up toward the ceiling. Let your hips sink low and forward. Just breathe into this. Now as you hold on, stretch up through the fingertips. Let that left hip sink down low. And feel the lengthening from the left knee all the way through to your shoulders. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down inside the right foot. Still keep your hips low. Now go ahead, walk your right foot forward and bring the ankle forward to the knee at least a little bit. And then curl the toes of the right foot, keep them curled. Roll to the outside edge so the right knee moves out to the side. The hips are still sinking low, that left hip is still sinking toward the front of the mat. Now stay on your left hand, reach your right arm forward, and open this up to the left side. So with an inhale, reach your right arm back and look back. And then with the exhale, reaches forward. Inhale, reach the right arm back again. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale, reach the right arm back. Now hold this time. And bring the right hand to your right hip, pull your right shoulder back. Try to look back toward your left foot and just breathe into this. Now this could be enough. If you're more flexible, you might want to give this a try. You can always bow out of this. But you can bend that left knee, see about lifting the left foot. And if you want to take it further, maybe reach your right hand back and pull that heel toward your seat. And you don't have to be too aggressive here. There's nothing wrong with keeping that left foot down, but keep your chest open to the right side. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release this. Bring both hands down and bring that right foot between your hands. Come into your low lunge. And then once you've got that low lunge, we're just going to bring it straight back to high plank. So both hands down, right foot steps back, bring your body into line. And then when you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high to down dog. All right, from your down dog, inhale your left leg high this time. And then with your left leg lifted, move into your scorpion dog. Bend the left knee, hang the left foot right. Let your hips open up and keep your shoulders square. Now with your next inhale, straighten your left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to right elbow. Inhale your left leg high. And then exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest. And then when you're ready, step your left foot down between your hands, low lunge. Now from here, stay curled down. All the way comes to your left foot, pull the right knee to your chest and round your spine. And we're going to take this up to balancing. So take hold of that right knee with both hands and come all the way up to vertical. Now just give yourself a moment to find your balance here. Grip the floor with your left big toe. And then once you're ready, bring your hands to your hips. Now from here, bring the right knee down in line with the left. And then reach back with your left hand and find the inside edge of your right foot. Now once you've got that grip, kick into your hand, line up the knees, keep your shoulders pulled back. And keep a little bend in the left knee. Just go slow and don't worry about going deep. So once you hinge from your left hip, bring your torso forward and lift the right knee. Just take it to where you can. And then push in your left foot. Bring yourself back upright, still with that grip. Again, hinge from that left hip. Bring your chest forward as that right knee lifts behind. And then come back up the vertical with both knees in line. Now one more time like that, hinge from the left hip. Bring your torso forward, lift the right knee behind and hold. Now kick into that left hand, try to lift that right knee a little higher, keep looking forward. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release the right foot, step it down behind you about one pace, so about 3 feet front to back still. And with the hips still open, so hips width distance side to side. Now both legs straight, both feet flat. Right foot points to the side 45 degrees or so, but pull your right hip forward, the left hip back, be sure you square to the front. Now hands to your low back, find the grip that feels strange, interlace the fingers. Pull the palms together, keep your shoulders pulled back. And again, we're just gonna take it toward halfway down, legs stay straight. So take an inhale. With the exhale, keep your gaze forward, hinge from the hips, lead with your chest, come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way upright. And then exhale, hinge forward again, just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring yourself all the way up again. Exhale, hinge forward toward halfway and hold here. Now keep your gaze forward, keep breathing, shoulders pulled back. And then bend deep into your left knee and bring your torso, bring your belly at least onto your left thigh. Bend as much as you need to. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Now if you can keep your belly touching your thigh and straighten that leg more, you can take it further. But to take it further still, press your knuckles up toward the ceiling. That'll open your chest. And then if you want to go deeper still, you can put a little bend in the right knee and lift the right heel, and that'll focus more weight on your left leg. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, both hands down. Right foot slides back, come into low lunge. From your low lunge, bring the right knee down. Flatten the right foot behind you, Anjaneyasana. Sink your hips down, press them forward. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then just stay lifted, stay reaching, stay open like this. So sink your hips down toward the floor, keep your gaze up high and just breathe. Try to lengthen the front of your body, especially through the right side, from the right knee through to the shoulders. Now take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, just bring both hands down inside your left leg. Now walk your left foot forward toward the upper left corner. So the left ankle is going to come forward to the left knee at least a little bit. Curl the toes of the left foot, keep them curled, roll to the outside edge and bring that left knee out to the side. Let your hips stay low. Now when you're ready, just go ahead and reach your left arm forward. I want to open this to the side. So with an inhale, reach your left arm back and look back. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale, reach your left arm back again. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale, reach your left arm back. Exhale, forward one more time. Inhale, reach your left arm back. Now stay open to the side like this and look back. And if you like, you can just bring your left hand to your left hip, and this is plenty right here. Now, if you could take it further, keep that right hip low. Maybe bend the right knee and lift the foot. And if you could take it further with your left hand, if you find the right foot, you can pull the heel toward your seat. But keep the right hip low, keep it pulling forward, and just breathe into this. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just turn back to center. Now bring that left foot between your hands, tuck the toes of the right foot, lift your right knee, find your low lunge again. And then from that low lunge, go ahead, slide the left foot back and bring this into high plank. Now shoulders, wrists, press your hands down into the floor, press your fingertips down. Take an inhale. With the exhale, set your knees. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high to down dog. And again, just pedal out. All right, from mid down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And then with the exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, come forward, knee to right elbow. Inhale the right leg high. Now exhale, knee to right elbow one more time. Stay here, stay lifted round your spine. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just set the right foot down between your hands. That's low lunge. Now, press into the right foot, pull the left knee to your chest, round your spine. And then take it slow. Take hold of the left knee. Come all the way up to standing. Now, once you bring yourself upright, be sure you balance, grip the floor with the right big toe. And then when you're ready, bring the right hand to the right hip, pull your left knee out to the side, and just keep that knee lifted, keep the toes of the left foot pointed down. Now, we're going to hinge a little bit from here, and this is definitely going to be hard. We'll just work this as best you can. Left knee stays to the side. Put a little bend, your right knee, keep looking forward. And then just slowly hinge from the right hip and come down maybe a little bit, maybe toward halfway. You don't have to go far. But then bring yourself back upright. Everything stacks over that right foot. Again, like that, left knee stays to the side. Put a little bend on the right knee. Hinge from the right hip. Look forward as you hinge forward. And then again, bring yourself back up the vertical with the left knee still to your side. One more time like that. Hinge from the right hip, look forward. And just take it to where you can hold here. And just breathe. When you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just step the left foot back. Open to the left side. And we're going to take this into Warrior 2. So give yourself a moment just to feel this out. Deep bend of the right knee, straight left leg. One line from the front heel to the back arch. And take a half bind, left arm behind your back. Palm face may pull that shoulder back. Reach your right arm forward and open the palm toward the ceiling. Now keep the hips low like this, and let's take this back and forth. So with the inhale, reverse. Reach back, lean back, gaze up high. With the exhale, extend forward and keep looking toward the ceiling. Inhale, reverses. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Now at the exhale, extend one more time. Stay forward. Keep your left shoulder pulled back. And bring the right arm down inside the right leg. Now the right hand stays up off the floor. Press the right arm into the right leg. If you want to rest the elbow on the thigh, you can take it there. But keep your left shoulder pulled back and look up. Now if you want to go deeper, you can start to slide the right arm down. Maybe bend the elbow. Keep that hand off the floor. Keep the tension on the right side. And if you want to take it further still, you can work to straighten the right leg. Now keep that left shoulder pulled back. Keep breathing. And then with your next inhale, bring your torso upright, hands to your hips. Turn the heels towards center, toes out. And we're taking this into a horse stance. So just move around side to side for a moment here. Now bring the hips down toward the level of the knees, the thighs toward parallel with the floor. And then as you're moving, bring your hands behind your head, interlace the fingers. Palms open, elbows wide. Keep your shoulders pulled back, keep yourself upright. And then sink down low at center. Keep your spine vertical as best you can. Now I want you to try to keep your hips at this level, and you're going to lean to one side and the next. Try to do this just shifting to the side rather than lifting your hips. So I want you to lean to the right side. Let the hips go left. Right elbow toward the right knee as close as you can go. And then come back up to vertical. Take it the other way. Left elbow toward the left knee. The hips go right and the hips stay low. Back to center, back to vertical. Right elbow toward the right knee. Bring your hips left. And then come back up. Left elbow toward the left knee. Let your hips go right. And then come back up. Now right elbow to the right knee one more time and hold here. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, just release. Right hand to the floor inside the right foot, left hand to the left knee. Now once you set both hands, go ahead and move your hips up and down. Just shake your legs out a little bit. And then settle into that deep squat, into that horse stance. So bring your hips low, keep the knees wide. Press the right arm into the right leg. Press the left hand to your left knee and keep that to the side. And just breathe with this. Now if you want to take it even further, see about bringing the right arm underneath the right leg. And then maybe lean to the right with that left knee to the side. See if you can lift that right heel. And if you want to go even deeper, you can lift the right foot and just hook the right arm with the right leg. And just take this to where you can. All right, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring both hands down. Now turn to the right. Hands to the front of the mat. Step the right foot back. Just come into plank. Wrists over the shoulders. Press your fingertips down. Bring your body into line. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back. Bring your chin and chest down low. Inhale, pull your chest forward. Straighten your arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly in. Hips up, pat it down, dog. Paddle out here and breathe. All right, let's take that on the other side. So from your down dog, inhale your left leg high behind you. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow, and stay here. Stay lifted around your spine.
Now take an inhale. With the exhale, set the left foot down between your hands. That's low lunge. And then into balancing, the left foot to your base. Pull the right knee to your chest, round your spine. Take hold of the right knee, and let's bring this all the way up to vertical. Now dig into that left big toe. Be sure you're stable. And then when you're ready, left hand to your left hip. With your right hand, pull the right knee out to the side and keep the toes of the right foot pointed down. Keep your balance. Now put just a little bend in the left knee and go slow. You don't have to go deep. Keep looking forward. But hinge on the left hip. Bring your torso forward toward halfway. You don't have to go super deep. And then bring yourself back upright and keep that right knee out to the side. Again like that. Hinge on the left hip. Bring your torso forward. Keep your gaze forward. And then come back up the vertical with your right knee out to the side still. One more time. Hinge from the left hip. Bring your chest forward. Keep looking forward. That right knee still to the side. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just step the right foot back and open up to that warrior two again. Deep bend left knee, straight right leg. Now one line from the front heel to the back arch. Sink your hips down low. You can always lengthen this out further. Reach your arms equally front to back. Take a half bind right on behind your back palm. Face away, pull that shoulder back and open up your left palm toward the ceiling. Now back and forth from here. Inhale, reverse. Reach back, lean back. Gaze up high. Exhale, extend it forward. Keep looking up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Now inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend forward and stay forward this time. And then bring that left arm inside the left leg. Now, if you want to rest, you can set the arm on the left thigh, but try to just hold that tension of the arm and leg pressing into each other. The right shoulder stays pulled back. If you want to go deeper, you can slide that arm further down, bend the elbow, keep your hand up off the floor. And if you want to go deeper still, keep the right shoulder high, look up, maybe straighten your left leg, and this brings you into a triangle stance, and that's definitely a deeper stretch. Just take things to where you can. Now with your next inhale, just bring your torso upright, hands to your hips. Turn the heels in, toes out, find your horse stance on this side. So bring your hips down low, thighs toward parallel with the floor again. Move around side to side. And then as you're moving, bring your hands behind your head again. Interlace the fingers. Palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open. And then just sink down at center. Now from here, back and forth, just move the hips to the side rather than lifting. So lean left, left elbow toward the left knee, come down low, the hips go right. And then bring it back up to center. Right over to the right knee, the hips go over to the left. And then come back to center again. Left elbow toward the left knee, shift your hips right. Back to center here. Right over to the right knee, the hips go left. And again to center. Left elbow to the left knee, one more time, hold this. And then take an inhale. Now with the exhale, release. Left hand down inside the left foot, right hand to your right knee. And then once you set your hands, just move your hips up and down, shake out your legs a little bit. Now when you're ready to settle in, bring your hips down low again, thighs toward parallel with the floor. Keep the knees wide. Press with your right hand, press with your left arm. Maybe just stay here and keep a little bit of this twist. Now if you can take it further, bring the left arm underneath the left leg, press into your left hand, lean to the side. And maybe you can lift up the left heel, maybe hook the left leg around the left arm. That's just an option. Take things to where you can. All right, from wherever you are here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, both feet down, both hands down, turn toward the front of the mat. Now with your hands forward, go ahead, step your left foot back, find your high plank, and bring yourself into line. Take an inhale here. With the exhale, set the knees down. Now shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly in. Hips are patted down, dog. Now from your downward facing dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And then with the exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now bring your left knee down, flatten the left foot behind you. This is a half pigeon pose. So pull the left hip forward, keep it in line with the right. Sink your hips straight down to the mat. And keep your chest pulling forward. Now there's a bunch of variations of this pose that you can take. I'm going to cue a more active version here. Now if you want, you can melt all the way down. And you can always just stay lifted if you like, but I want you to keep the extension through your spine if you want to take things a little bit further. So for this, tuck the toes of your left foot, and then hover your left knee up off the floor. But pull the left hip forward, keep both hips sinking down and keep your hips squared.
And then if you want to take this a little bit further, stay in your right hand, but bring the left forearm down to the floor. And then push your right hand and look back over your right shoulder. So a little bit of a twist here. And you should feel at least some of this to the outer right hip, maybe toward the glutes. Keep your left hip pulling forward and keep the hips in line, and just breathe with this. All right, now slowly, if you're on the left forearm, come back up onto both hands. Now with your hands close enough, bring the left knee down, pull your belly in, stack the hips over your left knee, and step the right foot down between your hands. We're going to take this into a half split. So start this out with your belly touching your right thigh, and then just go slow. Walk your right foot forward, and then whenever you're ready, press the right heel into the floor, point the toes up toward the ceiling, and keep your belly touching your right thigh. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. Now, if the knee's bent, that is fine. Just look for the stretch on the back of the right thigh. Once you feel that, breathe into it. If you can go further, you can slide that heel further forward, maybe straighten the leg, but keep your belly touching your thigh and keep breathing. Right hip still pulls back, left hip still pulls forward the whole time. And just breathe into this here. Now, if you want to take this even further, just keep your hips stacked over your left knee like this. Right hand to the floor outside the right leg. And then with your left hand, maybe reach to the outside edge of the right foot. And then you can draw that left shoulder further down and just take this with a little bit of a twist. And it's just an option, keep in mind. All right, now from here, let's go ahead and exit this. So if the left hand's lifted, set it down. And then go ahead, bend the right knee, come down to all fours. From all fours, when you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, bring your hips up high. And let's take all that on the other side. So once you're ready here, with an inhale, raise your left leg high. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist, ankle somewhere behind the right. Bring the right knee down, flatten the right foot behind you, and pull the right hip forward. Keep your hips square to the front and keep your hips low. Now again, there's lots of variations of this pose, and you can always just melt down. You can come toward more of a back bend if you want. But if you want this twist that I'm cueing here, just keep your torso lifted here to start. Tuck the toes of the right foot. Try to hover the right knee, but pull the right hip forward and keep the hips squared. Let the hips sink down. You can kick down to that left foot as well. And then see about bringing the right forearm down to the floor this time. Now press in your left hand, pull the right hip forward, and just breathe into that stretch. Should be at least a little bit of a stretch on the outer left hip or toward the glutes. All right, and then slowly from here, just bring yourself back up onto both hands. And come into all fours. So bring yourself onto both knees as well. Actually, I'm exiting this the wrong way. My apologies. So this is what I want you to do. Keep your hips stacked over the right knee and step the left foot between your hands, and we'll take the half split on this side. So belly touches your left thigh this time, but keep that contact. Walk your left foot forward, and then whenever you're ready, just press into the left heel, point the toes up toward the ceiling, pull the left hip back and right hip forward, and keep your hips squared. If you go deeper, you can slide that heel forward, but be sure your belly's still touching your thigh. And still keep the left hip pulling back at the same time. Now this is good enough right here. Maybe just sink down low. If you want to take it further, keep the left hand down on the floor outside the left leg. Maybe bring the right hand to the outside of your left foot. And you can pull forward and draw the right shoulder down. But keep the left hip pulling back, keep the right hip pulling forward, and just breathe into the stretch here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring both hands down. And then both knees come down to the mat in all fours. Now once you're in all fours, walk your knees forward.
behind the wrist more or less. We're going to take this into Camel Pose. So the knees are going to be about hips width distance apart, maybe about one hand's width between your thighs. And I always do this with my feet flat behind me. You can tuck your toes if that suits you better. But bring yourself up onto the knees and hands to your hips. Now engage your glutes right away. Keep your hips pressing forward, keep your hips pressing forward, and press down into your feet behind you. You're looking for a long, light arc from the knees all the way to the shoulders. Now you can always change the hand position. You can bring them lower, you can bring them further by the low back, or maybe just keep them at your hips. But whatever you do with your hands, pull the elbows toward each other, keep your shoulders drawn back, and keep your hips pressing forward. And then from here, walk your gaze up the front wall. Find the point of the ceiling that's directly above you, check in with this. Hips forward, shoulders released to the floor, keep your chest open, and if this is a deep enough back bend, stay here. Now if you want to take it further, you can keep walking gaze along the ceiling and look for the back wall. And then if you want to take this further still, bring your hands up to heart center. Keep your hips pressed forward, keep looking back. And then maybe start to reach your hands back a little bit. Now, just reaching a little bit is plenty. Hips are still pressed forward, your feet are still kicking down. And if you want to extend your arms further, it's going to get much harder. So just take it slow and keep breathing. Keep the front of the body long and stay open with this. Now slowly walk your gaze along the ceiling to the front wall and then come down to sitting on your heels. And once you're down, just give yourself a moment to breathe here. All right, now if you went deep and the blood rushes from your head and you see spots, don't go anywhere. But if you're ready to move on, come back to all fours. And then from all fours, bring your belly all the way down to the mat. Now once you're down, go ahead and reach your right arm forward, lay your left arm down at your side. We're going to take a half bow variation. So once you bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand. Find the inside edge of the right foot. And then bend the right elbow so the right forearm is parallel to the front of the mat. The right arm's got a 90-degree bend. Now, to start with an inhale, just lift your head, neck, and chest and look forward. Focus on the right arm. Push it into the floor. Draw your chest forward as much as you can. And then kick your right foot into your left hand. Now pull your left shoulder forward. Lift that right knee higher. Kick into your left foot. Bring some weight forward toward your belly. And just keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just come back down. Switch it out. Right arm down at your side, left arm reaches forward. Bend the left elbow, that forearm's parallel to the front. Bend your left knee, reach back with the right hand and find the foot, find the ankle, whatever serves you best. When you're ready, with an inhale, lift your head, neck, and chest and look forward. Now press into your left arm, draw your torso forward as much as you can, pull your chest toward the front, and then kick into your right hand. Now as you're kicking, try to draw that right shoulder forward, bring your left knee up higher, and then kick the right foot down, bring the weight forward toward your belly. Breathe into this. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring it back down. Now, once you come back down, bring the hands back underneath your shoulders. Pull your belly in. And actually, now, well, yeah, let's pull it in and press up to all fours. Walk your knees forward. And then we'll bring this to a seat. Bring your legs out from underneath you. We're going to take this to the Lord of the Fishes. So once you're seated, bring the right heel outside your left hip. Step the left foot outside your right thigh. And just sit this up tall. Now set the left hand down behind you. Inhale your right arm high when you're ready. And then with the exhale, move into your twist. Right elbow comes outside your left thigh. Now sit up tall. Reach your crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look over your left shoulder. Use your right arm. Press into your left leg. And keep reaching your head up as you're twisting to the left. Just breathe here. Take a deep inhale. Now at the exhale, just release this. Bring both hands over your right side and just lightly open up your chest to the right. And then go ahead, turn back to center. Hands behind, lean back, reverse the cross of your legs. Bring the left heel outside the right hip, step the right foot outside your left thigh. And again, go ahead and sit this up tall. Right hand sets behind. When you're ready, inhale your left arm up high. And then with the exhale, bring the left elbow past your right thigh. Now, go ahead and twist. Look back over the right shoulder. Reach the top of the head toward the ceiling. Use your left arm and press into the right leg and just breathe into this here.
Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Bring both hands to the left side. Lightly open up your chest to the left. And then turn back into center. Hands behind, lean back, untangle the legs. And come all the way down onto your back. Now once you're down, pull your knees into your chest and just squeeze things in tight. And then when you're ready here, just release the left leg, extend it out fully. Left arm down to your side. Now right arm inside the right leg, take hold of the big toe. And once you got that grip, pull down and keep the right hip down on the floor. Now, to take it further, press the right foot up toward the ceiling, but pull down with your right hand at the same time. So keep the tension working both directions up and down. Look for the stretch on the back of the right thigh. Now, once you feel that, breathe into it. The knee's probably going to be bent, and that's fine. Keep pushing the right foot up, keep pulling down with the right hand. And if you're able to straighten your leg, pull the big toe over the right shoulder. But just breathe here. Now from here, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just slowly bend the right knee, lower it toward the side of your ribs. And then when the right foot is low enough, bring the right hand to the outside edge of the foot. Left hand comes to the other side. This is going to be a half happy baby. Now work to stack the ankle above the knee and then pull down. Try to press the knee toward the floor outside your ribs and push your foot back up into your hands at the same time. And keep the tension working in both directions, up and down. Just feel that stretch on the right inner thigh. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just release that grip. Bring both knees into your chest and squeeze in. And then switch it out when you're ready. Extend the right leg fully. Right arm down to your side. Left arm inside the left leg, take hold of the big toe. Now stack the left ankle above the right thigh, pull down, and keep that left hip grounded. Now, you can keep the left knee bent, and that's fine. You're looking for the stretch in the back of the left thigh. Keep pushing the foot up as you pull down with your left hand. And if you're able to straighten your left leg, draw the big toe over your left shoulder. And just breathe here. All right, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just slowly bend the left knee lower toward the side of your ribs. When the foot's low enough, left hand to the outside edge, right hand to the other side. Now work to stack the ankle above the knee and then pull down. Try to press that knee to the floor outside your ribs. Press your foot back up at the same time. And now from here, take an inhale. With the exhale this time, just release the right hand. Let's take the full pose. Draw your right knee in as well. So hands to the outside edges of the feet, ankles above the knees. Pull down on both sides. Try to press the knees down toward the floor outside your ribs and press your feet back up at the same time. Keep the tension working both up and down. Flatten your spine, sink your tailbone down low to the floor. And then if you want to take it further, you can rock this a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here and draw it down as much as you can. And with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat for a moment. And then when you're ready here, start to move bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. And stretch this out. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then pull things back in. Bring the elbows toward your chest, draw your knees up as well. Just take your time. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. Then just ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. Take a deep inhale, hold on to it at the top. And then just let everything go. I thank you for doing class. Namaste.